Okay, so for this assignment, I chose the UDL guidelines for Guideline 9, which was promoting self-regulation in the classroom. And this is just talking about how, what self-regulation is in the classroom and how it's about, moderating one's emotions and kind of just helping kids be more effective in coping and engaging with things that are happening in their environment. And then these are the 3 checkpoints, so promoting expectations and beliefs, so helping kids set personal goals. Checkpoint 9.2 was personal coping skills and strategies, so helping kids develop healthy emotional responses and reactions to different things in their environment. And then developing self-assessment, so helping kids make goals and reach goals and how all that is. So I did some Googling and I found this this blog post of Proud to be Primary, so proudtobeprimary.com, and this blog just kind of talks about different social emotional things that we can do in our classroom. I think this particular blog post and set of resources really goes back to 9.2 of which was it, maintaining healthy responses to things. So in here they talk about social emotional education and how we can teach it, and then it lists some activities and tools that we can use. So the first one is just using yoga in your classroom. This can just help kids calm down, and I think it's a really good brain break for your students. And then the next one, of course, is brain breaks, and this just kind of helps kids deal with their anxiety and any other negative emotions they might have. And then just developing self-esteem. I think that's really important, especially when it comes to helping students develop and set personal goals. If they don't have a good set of self-esteem, they're not going to set very high goals for themselves. So that kind of ties back into that 9.3 section. Self-awareness, so how can we self-regulate ourselves? I think it's important to help kids understand how we do that. I love the ideas of checking in. This kind of helps kids deal with that, or come to terms with how they're feeling, because they can't really help manage those emotions unless they name them. I really like this calm down kit. I actually know a lot of teachers that have a rest stop kind of area in their classroom, and they have a calm down kit where kids can name the emotions and do that. So I think this one is clearly for an individual child, while you could just have a very generic one that can work for anybody in the classroom. And she just has a bunch of other stuff. I wrote over, and she has this whole self-management thing that includes the calm down kit and self-regulation check-ins and things like that. On Teachers Pay Teachers, it is $15, but and it has really good product reviews. A lot of people really like it, but I think these are just things that we can just buy, or not buy, but create ourselves, so that you don't if you don't have the money to pay for it, you can still get it. Kind of going back with this whole setting expectations of 9.1, I kind of found this teaching growth mindset in the classroom, and kind of what that also comes from Proud to be Primary. I think growth mindset is a really important thing. This kind of she kind of talks about what is growth mindset and how we can use it in the classroom. So making challenges and having kids face obstacles, because if they don't face obstacles, they're never going to have lost my train of thought. They're just not going to be able to like when they do come across an obstacle later in life, they're going to be like, oh, this is too hard, and be like more likely to give up on it. But like if you face them with obstacles often, they'll eventually realize that if they work hard and like do it, it's not as difficult, and they'll be able to tackle it later on in life. Teach model, like this whole growth mindset. I know growth mindset is really big in schools now. I've heard a lot of teachers really talk about it, and it's not something like you can like buy like the growth mindset books, which can be a lot of money, like can be some money, but like just kind of like implementing how kids, like how we teach and how kids view challenges and obstacles and failing every so often. It's just like really important. Like it doesn't really have to be something that's difficult. And then it's just to help kids set goals. So going back to like that 9.3 of like setting goals and how to set goals, and even this, like it talks about like that whole growth mindset about like kids, if they have that growth mindset, can set higher goals from themselves and then like are more likely to achieve them. And these like individual goal sheets and success notes, like they don't have to cost a lot of money. You can just make them yourself and have them fit to what you need them to do. I have seen some teachers actually use these in their classrooms, and they're like really helpful for their students, and I've heard a lot of really positive things about them. So overall, I think like these three like guidelines, the setting goals, the helping kids deal with the self-monitoring, setting goals from the self, the social emotional like state of being in school is really important, and I think it's something that we like should all do. And like I feel the tools used for these, we can just make them ourselves. We can just adapt them from other things that we might have in our classroom, so it doesn't have to cost a lot of money. This is from Middle Web, this helping kids set goals, by the way. But other than that, I think these are all just great tools that we can implement in our classrooms.